𝐂𝐨𝐮𝐫𝐬𝐞.
Little girl with a big mouth, smoke with a big house, yeah. Big watch on her wrist now, I just started fall now, just now. Put a little more down for the bus down. Went on tour, wanna bust into the bus down. Everything custom now. Friends rushing now, security had to push me out. 48 miles of power, let her go with a big motor on a kid though. Watch me rip though, watch me snap like auto while I flip phone. I don't wanna hit you this hard on an intro, bring that bounce like 6-4. Find me in Tokyo, rapping in a skirt, I ain't catching my drift though. Woke up looking like this, so don't get under my skin. Woke up looking like this, Woke up looking like this, so don't get under my skin. Woke up looking like this, yeah, yeah. Woke up looking like this, so don't get under my skin. Woke up looking like this, Woke up looking like this, so don't get under my skin. Woke up looking like this, yeah, yeah. Life flex go easy, tag it up, graffiti, drop a pin to add it, that's where I go. Rip the show and that's all I know, I'm supervision. Laws is built on superstitions, watch me do everything, everywhere, all at once, all the time, all around the world. Woke up looking like this, so don't get under my skin. 𝐂𝐨𝐮𝐫𝐿𝐿𝐿, and that's the name of the shit. Damn mother wolf, so don't make fun of my kids. We all family stand tall now, so don't talk down on my kids. Hey, welcome to the party, floating like it's Mardi Gras, yeah. You can call me Harvey, but I'm not your Barbie doll, yeah. Party, ha, laughing at him while we blast away. Black on black outfits all packed away. C to the LC, oh that's me, Lord have mercy. Young queen better act like an onion. Young blow, but I'm built like an OG. Yeah. Gotta lift weight for the bags. Looking real fit for the mags. Let 'em move woof in the back. Slow just woof in the tag. Woke up looking like this, so don't get under my skin. Woke up looking like this, Woke up looking like this, so don't get under my skin. Woke up looking like this, yeah, yeah. Woke up looking like this, so don't get under my skin. Woke up looking like this, Woke up looking like this, so don't get under my skin. Woke up looking like this, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Can you feel it? I can feel it. If you can't feel it, there's something wrong with you. Check your pulse. Bitcoin, Ethereum, crypto going bonkers. Going bonkers. Hold up one sec. Gonna launch the mobile stream. Maybe we'll net some new people on the mobile stream. We'll see. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Here we go. Let's try that again. Do you feel it? Crypto is going nuts. Ethereum blasting off back to all-time highs. Bitcoin hovering at 122,000 something. Something's changing. August is about halfway through. Interest rate cuts all but guaranteed coming in September. Are the markets baking it in now? It's probably a good bet. What do I think is going to happen? What are my take profit targets on Ethereum? How long do I think it's going to run for? What do I think the rest of the cycle looks like? We're going to get into all of that. Everything good. We're going to take a look at some other alts, some corn, some goodies, but most of all, we're going to sit here and we're going to watch. Yeah, we're going to watch those candles grow, baby, because I don't think these rallies are done. So if you're here today, if you can hear my voice, welcome. You may be new. Hopefully you're new. Let me know if you're new. If you're not new, you've been here. You've experienced this so far. The strangest crypto bull run of all time is finally starting to feel like a bull run. We're seeing altcoins break major prices that we haven't seen in years. Look at Ethereum, man. This is wild. All of this in the bull market, sideways, choppy, up and down. Here we go. Since April, this is what we remember. This is the crypto bull run of the past. These giant moves up, each one coming faster, stronger, prices moving higher and higher, dreams and hopes growing as fast as our portfolios. Let's lock it in. Let's lock it in. We are so close. Ethereum literally is a just margin of error away from all-time high, and it's time to figure out your plan. If you have not entered into crypto yet, you're in a bad position. You're in a hard position. I think there is still upside to be gained over the course of the next 4 months, but unfortunately, if this is your first cycle, you're going to end up pretty much like everyone else starts, which is near the top. Your ride's going to be rough, but if you can make it through another 4 years, you'll probably be very set. If you've been in crypto, if you've been buying Ethereum, if you've been buying Bitcoin, XRP, Sol, whatever, BNB, TRX, Doge, Litecoin, what did I miss? ADA. Probably going to piss off some people forgetting some. You're in a very good position, a very advantaged position. If I had nothing and I wanted to enter crypto, I would look to diversify my portfolio. Of course, the majority of it sitting in the safer Bitcoin, the less risky crypto assets. But I also would want exposure to some of the maybe higher risk coins. The reason being is, like I said, you may not have that much more upside when it comes to Bitcoin and Ethereum. 2x, 3x, those are huge gains, don't get me wrong. But I know what you're looking for, and you're probably not going to quit until you get something a little crazier. I would look for coins that are bigger market cap, that have stood the test of time, that haven't run yet. And that's going to probably be the most valuable thing we can do today. We're going to check out Ethereum first and Bitcoin, but after that, I think we should look at some of the big players. And chat, you're going to have to help me out here. I know you got them. I know you've been watching them. Your bags that haven't run yet, but have strong followings, strong fundamentals. You guys know I'm not the expert at this. You're going to have to help me out here. Tom's just saying Litecoin in a roundabout way. I mean, Litecoin looks great right now, so yeah, maybe. Real quick here, I do have the vertical mobile stream live as well, hopefully to bring in some of the new people, some of the short vertical content watchers. If the stream is very thin and tall and you're not on a mobile device, join us over on the main stream on the channel, youtube.com/TomCrown. There are 2 live streams. One is for horizontal, bigger, you can see more, and the other is for the vertical phone viewing. Like James over there, James, Steph, Rising Sun, Positive, Denim, Alex, you guys are over on the mobile stream. Come join us on the main one. Anyway, the most important thing we can do is look for those that haven't run, and then I think it makes sense, and you're going to have to make this. Remember, nothing I say is financial advice. I'm just here to helpfully guide you through what has worked for me and maybe help you with your logic. You need to make these decisions for you because it is different for everyone. Not everyone, literally everybody has a different answer to what is right for them. So looking for those kind of secret gems, because if this market ends up looking like every other crypto cycle, we're going to see some upside on virtually everything. So the things that are farther away from their all-time high may logically have more upside in a shorter period, may have more upside that will be achievable than, say, Ethereum that's at its previous all-time high. I don't think it's done running here. I don't think that the top is in for Ethereum, but I don't think we're going to see over the course of the next 4 or 5 months, I don't know, more than like a 2-3x. That's a great return, but it's probably not what you're looking for. So we're going to go into take profits on Ethereum where I'm looking. You can see I have that trade still open. A lot of you guys told me to close it. You can't really see it on the mobile stream. Told me to close it. I appreciate the concern, but it's still riding, boys. She's still riding. Up 550%, $12,000. I'll check in on that. Trading on BYDFI, by the way, our exchange partner. Sign up with them. You'll get some big bonuses, some fatties. Let me actually see. TomCrown.io/BYDFI. Does this work? Oh, the banner. There you go. There you go. Here's a nice little shill. Shameless shill. Oh, that went away. Big deposit bonus thing going on here. Extra. They're trying to scoop up all the potential new hype coming. Check it out. There's a problem over here on the horizontal, on the vertical stream. I noticed. One sec. That's not right. Let me see. Got it. Got it. Here we are. Okay, so Ethereum at all-time high. Let's go ahead. Let's make a new chart here. I do want to hear your targets. I want to know what you're looking at. I'm trying to pay attention to the chat while I do this. It's going to be hard to multitask, so hopefully I can get through a little bit here. I can field all the questions. How do the bonuses work? Yeah, you're gonna sidetrack me, my friend. I appreciate you, Eternal G. It's on deposit, and more than that, I can't tell you right now because I gotta stay in the zone. Let's look at Ethereum at on a bigger time frame. Let's zoom out as far as we can to the yearly. Beautiful yearly candles here. Definitely had us going in the first half, trading down to 1,400. Now this candle looking absolutely gorgeous as a beautiful, beautiful hammer candle. Now up for the year, 41%. And all of that gain has been since April. It's finally feeling like the crypto that we know and love. Very explosive gains. Where were these over the last 3 years? I don't know. Quarterly now trading at the highest level ever if it were to close here, 4,725, just shy of the all-time high, which I don't even remember, 4,877, 4,900 roughly. This candle absolutely looks to test that all-time high, and honestly, guys, we could see Ethereum test and even break all-time high today. We could see it happen while we're live streaming right now. This could happen at any moment. Any moment. So this is why we're needing to prepare. Monthly candles, okay. So I thought there would be more kind of alpha here, but these high time frames are like there's nothing and then all of a sudden it's above everything. Let's start here. Monthly time frame. Monthly time frame, the highest monthly close, 4,630. We are above that now, and this stands as what I'll say is kind of the last resistance. We have the all-time high, 4,867, but this is kind of it. We've broken it. There's nothing really standing in the way of Ethereum to all-time high. So this is going to stand as our first take profit target. I will likely look to shave down my perpetual, my 10x long here on Ethereum. I'll probably look to take about half profit on that at 4,867. I know you're thinking, Tom, why would you do that? If it's going to all-time high, it's going to blast off to infinity. I know, but I've played this game so many times. We've been live on YouTube over 6 years. I've been trading crypto. I'm losing track of time now, almost for a decade here. Nothing ever goes to infinity. I've thought it infinite times. I've thought it over and over and over again. Nothing ever goes to infinity, unfortunately. That would be great. So what I'd like to do is make a plan. That plan pretty much just consists of where I'm going to look to take some profit, because if you don't do this, you're going to watch it go up and up and up. Your head is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Your greed is going to grow with that. Your ego even is going to grow with that. And you're just going to get hooked on it. You're going to get hooked on that sauce, and you're going to watch it go all the way up and then all the way back down. I have round tripped more times than most people have ever even just invested in crypto. I've learned my lessons, and this is the only way around it. We plan before it happens. So first target, easy peasy. 4,867, the all-time high. This kind of hedges you in the really awful to think about scenario where Ethereum just breaks all-time high and goes back down, and that's it. It's happened before. We saw this with Solana last year. Praying, knock on wood, Solana breaks his all-time high again this year, but we've seen this in the past. Don't get caught. That is why if you've taken no profits on Ethereum, the all-time high is probably the place to start, even if you start small. That's my plan. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I think is going to be the successful move here. Listen to the logic. I'm not trying to convince you anything. So let's look at a target above the all-time high. When we are dealing with all-time highs and price exploration, as we call it, when prices are at new prices, when assets are at new prices, meaning prices never before traded at. So for example, $5,000 for Ethereum. We call that price exploration. When we are in that exploration, there is no resistance. There really is no support. It's kind of a game of chicken. Price has very little resistance to move up. It takes very little volume, very little pressure to push it higher. And I say this is a game of chicken because it essentially just keeps going up until people start pulling out. People start folding. And being the last one to fold is basically just a dead giveaway of retail, of new investing, of round tripping. You don't want to be the last one to fold. But we need to manage our emotions, our feelings, and our stress levels while this is happening. As good as it feels, it's going to be stressful. And we can do this again, I'm going to reiterate, by making a plan. So in this price exploration, there's not a lot to work with. My favorite tool to use is the Fib extension tool. You can see I placed it here, simply connecting highs and lows. We have a great video on the channel about this. You can check it out. It's free. And looking upwards to these extensions. They're not perfect, but they're much better than just guessing, right? And just randomly going by feel or using the force. What I like here, let me rephrase. We typically use the 1618 extension. I like that one. That's at 14,000. That is definitely an interesting number for Ethereum. You'll notice I have 1.41 here. This is what I don't usually use. I like the level it's at, and this is the next take profit target I'm going to talk about, but there's a reason I've added it specifically for this chart. If we go back to 2017 into 18, use our Fib tool again to do the same analysis, we see that 2021, just under 5K, was that exact extension, 1.414. I like that. I like the closeness of it, and then I'll get on to why I think this is the next target. So applying just that same logic, we're looking at just shy of 10,000. I said I like to use the Fib tools, but there's also one more tool. Basically using what I call psychological numbers, just rounded numbers, numbers that are easy for people to imagine. Your grandma, your mom, your dad, they could pick these numbers out of a hat with like high probability. They're probably not going to pick 9,838, but they might pick 10,000, right? 10,000, nice, and everyone can conceptualize it. It's easy. And what we see is that same extension from the last cycle sits just under 10K. Just front running 10K. I like that. I like that a lot. I think that this is where I'm personally going to look to lock in something again. So far I'm looking at the all-time high, 4,867, and then 9,800 we can call it. If you want to make it flat, make it flat, just before the 10,000 mark. There's a lot of kind of game theory I think that you could assign here that would make sense for these as targets. If you want to get a little bit more moony, 14,000 is that 1618 that we typically use. It is right before 15K, another beautiful psychological number. I think that there's a great chance that if price reaches there, it's a very solid take profit target. So maybe I'll do it this way. I like to, no matter how I take profit, I like to leave what I like say is a moon bag, basically some amount of the asset that I just hold on to, and I'm basically going to round trip it. Is this the smartest idea? I don't know. Probably not mathematically, but it works well for my mental health, and that usually translates out to me making better decisions and making more money. So I always, with this plan, have kind of the infinity number in my mind. And I think what I will do is I will look at that all-time high. Maybe I'll sell 1/4 here. Maybe I'll sell 1/4 at 9,800 if it comes, and a additional 1/4 at 14K if it comes. That leaves me with 1/4 or 25% of my original bag to ride to infinity. That way, if it keeps blasting off, I don't feel like I need to buy back in higher. This is the biggest trap of the bull run, is you sell, you have a huge profit, it keeps going, and so you buy back higher. Once you buy back higher, you've given up some of that asset, and typically that mindset leads you to holding it back down, and now you have bought that asset higher and you are watching it fade in value and typically end up selling it lower. To avoid getting chopped up is the key here. And to do that, make a plan like this. I'm not telling you to exactly use my numbers or do it the way I'm doing it, but make a plan. Pick out numbers. These are the ones I picked. I think that they're going to be highly successful. This kind of hedges no matter what. It looks like it's going to be pretty successful. Set your orders. Set your orders and walk away. Don't monitor it in real time. Don't change it in real time. Don't make little changes every day. The trick is to take that mental burden off yourself and to kind of let it go. Something that's going to be very difficult in the months to come. You could argue 5,000 is another good one. Psychological. It's kind of the same as the 10 and the 15, but I see that as so close to 4,867 that I'm only going to take profit once. Hopefully that makes sense. This is how I would approach Ethereum. This is exactly the plan that I have. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Maybe it doesn't hit 9,800. Maybe it goes past these numbers, right? Either way, I have locked in some profit. And I have a strategy going forward that will protect me from too much upside and even too much downside. So there you go. This is crazy that we're back to moon targets already. Ethereum literally moving up right here in the hour. It's funny, Bitcoin usually sells off when we go live, but Ethereum, I guess, maybe pumps when we go live. Maybe should have been an Ethereum channel. Nah. Bitcoin also having a very stellar time today. Bitcoin looking so strong as well. Retesting the highs of Sunday, Monday. Back to 122,000 as Ethereum approaches its all-time high. Wouldn't it be spicy to watch them both at the same time? Just explode together. That would be cool. That would be nice. I'll take it. After a beautiful back test of our May high of 112K, Bitcoin found support, moving back to that July all-time high of 123,000. This looks like it's ready to go, boys. Is it really like this easy? It really just be like this trend line? I don't know. It's looking like it though. How am I losing my voice already? Bitcoin dominance. Okay. I'm going to do this and then I'm going to read the chat. We're going to look at what you're looking at. We're going to look at some other alts. We're just waiting for the spice, boys and girls. Make sure to tap that screen, like, subscribe, share, join our Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown. Hype it up. Bitcoin dominance. Finally, breaking down out of the channel, rejecting from 60%, rejecting from the bottom of that channel. It looks like it's alt time. It looks like it is time for alts to take the wheel. This has been very delayed. I was looking for higher. I don't know. I'm stubborn. I don't want to give up this idea. I still kind of am waiting for this higher break. Maybe it comes from the bear market. I don't know. But we're kind of overdue for this. In the previous cycle in 2021, 2020, 2021, we saw the breakdown of Bitcoin dominance and the break of Bitcoin's all-time high really close together. This time, what, we're a year plus out, and now just maybe it's breaking down. This cycle looks different, and in some, I'd say, technical chart ways is different than anything we've ever seen, and that's why we have a poll going. When do you think the market will top? Please keep voting, keep answering that. Do you think it's going to happen basically, it says like this month, before the end of this year, the end of next year, or do you think that this time is different and we're not going to see the typical bear market that we've seen over the past? Keep voting. I'm curious what you guys have to say. This is different though. That doesn't mean the 4-year cycle is dead. That doesn't really mean much other than we are experiencing the same thing, but through a different lens and kind of a different flavor to it. This is happening so much later in the cycle. Maybe that's because Bitcoin broke its all-time high so much earlier in the cycle. Something I feel like we've already kind of forgotten. That does very much make it look different, make this cycle actually feel different. Okay. And pull this up. Get the Ethereum chart back. Here it is. I'm going to put all-time high here. I'm going to turn on the tunes again. What's up, Shorts stream? Give me a volume check. Let me know if it's too loud, too quiet. This is an all-time high watch party for Ethereum. Okay, pulling up the chats now. What's up, Steph? James, Crypto God, Jesus, Ryan Robinson, Gail. Just Guy here. Oh yeah, we'll look at Litecoin, don't worry. Yes, F to 25K. Did I say 25K? You must be in a dream. It will dump, and you done be a bum with stupid analysis. Wise words, brother. Wise words. Did I even put 25K on here? Oh yeah, as the measured move target. I guess I tuned in at the very end and didn't catch any of that. That's all right. Lux Algo in the chat. Lux Algo in the chat. How you doing, boys? Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate you. Oops, wrong button. Check out Lux Algo. How you boys doing? How you boys doing? XRP to the moon? Maybe. If you're over there on the shorts feed like Ryan and Gail, say hello. You can join us on the main feed. What's up, Pishta? Good to see you, bro. Pishta. Been a while. I did the shorts feed today. Also the short stream, vertical stream, because YouTube just seems to like feed it to people. I don't know. I haven't seen the channel in a while. Let me see who's over on the main stream. If you're here today, let me know. Say something in the live chat. Like, subscribe. If you're new here, say you're new. Let me welcome you. We got Moggy, how are you, darling? Good to see you. I know you're feeling it today. Alexandra G, August, Bit for Fun, Bob Saget, Brewman, Bullish Lurker, Bullish Mike, Chris Murphy, Crispy, Crypto Agent 007, Crypto Arrow, Derek Merrill, my guy. How are you, Derek? What's up, Boss Mac? What up, Boss Mac? David Brum, Daddy Coin, Discipline and Focus Dom. What's up, Krug? President Tom. Patrick Vargas said hi. What's up, Patrick? Dylan VA, Eternal G. You are an Eternal G, bro. I've seen you around lately. Welcome. Heavy Duty Charlie, Ian Mackey, Ion, Jets, John Doe, John Perry, John F, Chris Pax, my guy. Chris Pax, how you feeling about Doge? I think Doge is... We'll get to it. Oh, that's the wrong one. We'll get to it. The theme of this stream is Ethereum all-time watch party, but then also stable, long-term, higher market cap coins that have not run yet. And I'm going to put Doge up there at the top of this list. I don't know if number one, we're going to keep looking, but it is in the tops of this list. Doge looks so primed to just melt faces, and it hasn't moved yet. The whole market is waiting. I think everything's going to break out. And when this, we'll get into it. What's up, JR? Tex Hex, how you doing, bro? Thanks for all you do. Thanks for being here. Do I dare to do Theta, Mark? We can look at Theta then. Yeah, no problem. Let me see who else is here. Devin Span, Drunk Maroon. Where was I? Julie Kennis, how you doing? Julie Craig, Chris Pax. Okay. Crunk, I'm back on track. La Mochila Azul, Lucky, Lux Algo in the mix. What's up, Martin, Max, Neil, Nikki B, Orlando, Paul Wood, Petey, Positive, Prophet Bear. You see super chat. Give me 1 sec. Regular's Beard, Raging Cajun, Ramses, Randy Greer, Ross, Rigo, R.S. Miller. We got a lot of viewers. We got a lot of people here today. You smell the spice. You sense it. What's up, Sanket, Soft Taco, Swing Trade Brigade, Taco the Duck, TG. What's up, Tej? Tej to the G's. I'm gonna put some more clickbait in the title. Urgent. Okay. Let's put urgent in the title. Make it a little clickbaitier. Pickle, my man, Pickle. Love Pickle. Pickle does so much for this channel. I appreciate him. Trade Intuition, shout out to you, my friend. Another YouTuber in the mix. Untexas Vegas Claw, Wick, my boy Wick, YB. What's up, guys? Max. Who the FO is Ben? I guess Ben Cohen. Good dude. I like Ben Cohen. All right. Did I miss you? What's up, TBJ? Let's go. Shane, my guy. Tom's Alpha. Yeah, we got it. Warning ETH holders. Ooh, that's good clickbait. Warning ETH holders. ETH all-time high. That's spicy. Let's do that. Let's do that. Warning. Warning ETH holders. ETH all-time high watch party. Doesn't even make sense. I love it, bro. G65. Many of us here, but not enough. I know. I know. But all the good people are here. What's up, Yand BC? Let's go. One with nature. Thoughts on XMR? We can take a look at XMR. Also, you're asking about the situation. I can weigh in on that. I know we got some XMR fans here. What's up, Giallo? Mark, who did I miss? Nefreet. Did I miss you? Ali Choma Cinema. What's up, bro? What's up, bros? Joran. Vert AI. F is dumping. That would be better. True. True. That would just, people would join and be mad. You won't believe. I should, can I hire you all as clickbait consultants? I'm not good at it. What's up, Das Peach? Odds of a rate cut, 99.8%. No, it's funny. If you had watched this channel all year, you would know that the rate cuts are coming in September. It's weird how reality sometimes bends, right? Like all these things change, like job reports and this and that, and like these things change, but it was always September. It was always September. I'm better at thumbnails than I think. Thank you, Randy Greer. I've been trying, bro. I've been trying. The master of baiting. Yeah. I'm off my game. I'm off my game. I need some help. Need some help. Let's learn and earn. Get learned, not burn, babe. What's up, Asset House? Expect the exact top to come in around the rate cut and lunar eclipse. When's the lunar eclipse? Exactly. We wished it into existence. What's up, Prophet Bear? Jesus to take the wheel, my friend. I'll pull up Jesus for you. Yeah. Jesus to take the wheel. Why is ETH suck? Why does ETH suck? Jesus to take the wheel. Man, I don't know what's going on with this. What? We've looked at this twice now for you. But what has happened? What's happening here? Did something happen with the liquidity pool for this? Or, you know, maybe it's the exchange. Let me try to find it on a different exchange, maybe. Just Polonex for centralized exchanges. Let's look at it on Uniswap. That's weird. It's weird that it looks so different. Is this low September? I'm confused. What's going on with this, my friend? Profit Bear, what's going on with this? Why is Poloniex trading what looks like 6 like micro cents, right? If it's 45 cents, why is it trading 6 cents higher on Poloniex, the only centralized exchange that it's on? I guess let's look at the ETH pair then. It's weird. Maybe, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I'm not even going to speculate what's going on with that. Okay, against the Ethereum pair. Here we go. Here we go. We got something for you here. Here's how I'd look at it. I already have a line there, I guess. Maybe not. We're on the monthly time frame here. Monthly. And it is coming on down to that last support. This is it. It's at 9.5, however many zeros. Looking at 8.37, however many zeros. This is your last support. This is where I would be looking, hoping and praying to that Jesus for the bounce, man. Look for a retest of 216 to its 83 here. Look for that bounce. Actually, no, I gotta look 18. Remember, Ethereum is ripping, so things are likely ripping, getting ripped against Ethereum pairs. That's what we're seeing right here for sure. Jesus coin. I hate all these zeros because I don't even know how to say it. Look down here. I'll even put an alert for you. Look down here, brother. Look to play that bounce, maybe. Juicy. Juicy. Shout out to you, Profit Bear. I love you, man. Appreciate you all. Okay, pull up the chats again. Which token is this? That was Jesus coin by request from Profit Bear, Jay. Paul Wood. The guy that chat. What's up, Lee? What's up, Paul Wood? Yeah, a lot, dude. Lots of coins are gonna look like that against death. Can we charge based Pepe just for you, heavy duty? It does say, just a reminder, guys, in the video description it says $10 for requests. Heavy Duty Charlie's here every day. I'll look at it for you, bro. Don't worry. Don't you worry about it. But just to remind everyone else, doesn't Based Pepe have a different ticker? It does. Edge. Luna. Yeah, we could look at Luna just for the lulz, man. Based Pepe, you took a beating. You took a beating. All these zeros. I hate all these zeros. It's okay. I'll get over it. What's the ticker based? Is there a different exchange? I look at it on Uniswap. Look at it on Uniswap. What do we got? Okay, it looks a little bit better. A little better. Ooh. 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 Rough. At 44. Support at 30. On the month. I guess you gotta go up here, mate. Like your final boss all the way up there. Okay. Base Pepe has not put in any higher highs. Downtrend not broken yet. You do have potentially a higher low here, but you don't even see a break on the week yet. So you got to be careful. Watch closely. It has traded virtually back to that level 4488. Probably hit that like earlier today. As everything's pumping, let's see. Broke it like ever so slightly. Yeah, a little wick here. Watch for this break on Base Pepe. That looks pretty strong actually on low time frames. Watch for the break right here. And what can you look for? Back to the top. Back up here, 64. Back up to your swing high, but that was a lower high. So you need to break 71. Break 71 and you can start the uptrend, right? low, lower low, lower high, higher low, break the high, you can begin your uptrend. You can start looking for these higher targets, right? You're on the edge there. That signal probably, or that break probably a signal they're looking to at least retest these highs, but you got to break through. If you put in the higher high, you begun an uptrend and you start looking for that bigger retracement. But for now, kind of still in the downtrend. You have the first signs of it ending. Let's see if our oscillators have anything for us here. Weekly looks pretty good. Money flow rolling off, getting smaller, looking to flip. VWAP on the right side of the trade. Momentum coming up. I mean, that weekly has some or daily has some solid oscillators. I like that. I think it gets this move. There you go. I think it gets that move. Bump, 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 but okay. Miss this time. What's up, Luke? When new live streams from Luke? Oh, from 𝐓𝐫𝐚𝐿𝐴. Not, they haven't been live streaming. Yeah, when live streams, Lux? They might not be here anymore. That was a little bit ago. Weekly rolling over. Yeah, dude, this has good odds back here. We'll see what happens. Ethereum on the edge of breaking all-time high. I think it's gonna happen during the live stream. We might witness this together. Nicholas Ramjul. ETH pull back to 4,500. There has not been pullbacks, man. There really hasn't been. If I was looking for 4,500, I'd probably be looking for 4,250. But honestly, 4,500, so could it happen? Absolutely. Absolutely. The problem is that 4,500 is so close to price. I feel like it's not a great target to look for. Like if we're blasting off here, we're not gonna like move back to 4,500 and then go. Like if it goes down from here to 4,500, I bet you see a sweep of liquidity lower. Maybe like sub 4 and back up, and then you just launch. What I would be looking for as a play, we talked about take profit targets, we didn't talk about entry. Entry is going to be much harder. Entries become very rare when the market is bullish. If I was going to look for an entry, I would probably look for that break of all-time high. So say we break all-time high with that before any real pullback. I would look for the previous all-time high. So that is actually higher than price right now. Not much, but a little bit higher. I would look for that as a potential entry. I probably wouldn't look for this. Even though, let's say for the entirety of the bear market, that's the exact play we were looking for. When things get hot, they just don't do that anymore. Look at the last pullback Ethereum had. It ran from 2,100 to 4,000. It pulled back to 3,300 and then went to all-time high. You're going to get something like this. You're unlikely to get this anymore. If we do have 4,500 fill and we don't, let's say we reject, we don't make that new all-time high, or we just wick and move back down, you're probably looking for liquidity to be swept much lower. Maybe like 3,400. It's like a wick and then up, right? Stop out longs, run. It's gonna be tricky. It won't be easy. Be careful. What's up, JDM? How you doing, bro? ETH broke all-time high, at least in CAD. Not in dollars yet. Not in dollars quite yet. You're tired. I'm tired, man. If ETH doesn't get a pullback, market cycle top will not be as high. Possible. I'd also say the less pullbacks we see, the closer to the cycle top we are. Disagree with the wick part? I don't know, you missed it, man. I didn't say that like either of those is going to happen. I'd say those are the two ways I would approach it. I would look for a break of all-time high, like a close above, and then a pullback to that all-time high. Or if I was looking lower, I probably wouldn't be looking for 4,500. Probably be looking for like a sweep down here. You know, like wherever that is, wherever that is they're looking at. I would look for something that breaks the structure that stops all these new longs out, right? Stops them out and then runs. Those are the two things I would look for. My honest advice is entering Ethereum right now is just not a great bet. You're at all-time high. If you wanted to enter Ethereum, you had all since April to do it, and you had virtually no downside or drawdown since then. That's April, May, June, July, almost 5 months. Now you're at all-time high. The entries at all-time high are always going to be hard. It's always going to be rare. The reason I say I don't think it's the best entry for someone right now, maybe if you're scalping, right? You're looking for to play to 5,000 or something. Yeah, maybe that'll work. But if you're looking for a into the cycle end kind of play, I think you're going to be looking for those other charts. The charts that aren't at all-time high, that are very likely at least going to return to their all-time high, but have, I don't know, like a 2, 3, 4x to do that. We're going to look at those charts very shortly. What is up, 𝐓𝐫𝐞𝐞? How you doing, bro? What's up, Sahil? That's $80 above all-time high in CAD. Hell yeah. Yeah, I didn't actually get into that. So rate cuts coming next month. I wouldn't be surprised to see August clean pump, like strong pumps across the board. Maybe Ethereum moves sideways, you know, maybe like Bitcoin moves sideways, but strong pumps into September. And then I wouldn't be surprised to either see the pumps end right before the interest rate cut, or the pumps end on the interest rate cut, or just September comes and everything turns around. I would not be surprised, man. What we are likely seeing now is an extension of what we have seen over the last 3 years. That momentum building in the overall space. Finally, the cracks are breaking, but we're also seeing the interest rate cuts now be priced in. I really believe that's what we're seeing. I'm not saying that's the only reason Ethereum's like pumping or something, or the market's pumping. Like I said, this has been coming. Total market cap has been telling us this for 3 years. But I think this immediate rally in our faces has lots to do with pricing in those interest rate cuts, and really pricing in the expectations of them, like the hype around them. I'm getting sidetracked. What's a great cold wallet? Blackstar, Trezor, Ledger. Just make sure you buy them from the manufacturer. Don't buy them on Amazon or something. Hey Tom, have a nice day. You too, Chimera. What's up, brother? You went fly fishing yesterday? That's awesome, bro. I want to do that. Can we check Solana? Absolutely. Solana hit $190. Hit our target. Did not pull back all the way. We looked at Solana on Monday and we pointed out this crazy setup. Rarely, if ever, on the daily time frame do you see all these major moving averages converge on one candle. August 4th, we saw the 50, the 200, and the 100 daily moving averages all converge, all cross on the exact same date at the exact same price. When we saw that on Monday, I said basically any long can be taken at this point. That's an incredibly bullish signal. Longs can be taken with their stops set just below that moving average, below that cluster, like 161. We placed the hypothetical trade. There's a lot going on here. With an entry at the daily order block at 170, that did not fill. Take profit target basically at today's high, it's like 204. This is a great example of what happens when the market shifts to bullish. You stop getting those clean back tests. The market stops letting you get in. When the market lets you get in, typically it is bearish. I'll repeat it. When the market lets you get in, typically it's bearish. When it keeps you out, typically it's bullish. When it lets you take profit, typically it's bullish. This is another example here where, what is this pullback? Nothing. It's just to nowhere. Just stopping out longs. Long leverage got crushed and it continued. That's it. We are seeing a very clear shift in momentum. This market was already bullish, but it's shifted from kind of the maybe more lazy sideways to momentum increasing here. And Solana, this setup's crazy. I think you could still, in theory, take longs and put your stop down there. Obviously now you're a good bit away, a little bit rougher to do so. If you had taken the long at 164 and didn't get stopped out, you're doing very well. Or even hell, 150 back here, doing very well. What I want to see for Solana over the next few days, preferably today, break July's high at 207, start your uptrend or continue your uptrend. You have your low in April. You have a higher high, I'll say, versus your lower high in March. So you have a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low. Continue your uptrend. You're in an uptrend. You just saw all those major moving averages cross. You're retesting your highs. Bitcoin's basically at all-time high. Ethereum's at all-time high. Now's the time. Break 206 in the next few days and head back to your all-time high. Join the rest of the market. Market's waiting for you. I think that that's very likely. we may see like Ethereum and Bitcoin slow down though, and then Solana take kind of the opportunity. We've said many times during these crazy pumps, during the bull market, coins will kind of take turns. They kind of take turns pumping. By the time you see something pump, and that's why I always caution people away from buying things that are at all-time highs and pumping that day. By the time you see it, typically the pumps are almost over. They'll cool off, sell off a little bit. You'll have jumped in at the top. You'll see it go down, and then something else will pump. It's like an ADD nightmare. Something else will pump, and so you'll sell at a little bit of a loss, buy into that new pump just for that same thing to happen. I can see that happening very realistically with Solana. Ethereum, Bitcoin chill out. Solana starts pumping after they move sideways or sell off a little bit. This heads back to its high. The hype gets whipped up, gets crossed over, and they just kind of pass it around, the hot potato. Look at the weekly. It looks great. I mean, that's fire. Money flows up. Momentum's up. VWAP's up. Like, let's rock and roll, boys. Holding your 50 weekly. I mean, I like it. Monthly. All right. Yeah. 250. If you break last month's high on Solana, I'd be looking at 250 in the not so far future. That's so fire. Anyway, am I Satoshi? We're all Satoshi, bro. Can we look at Brett? Maybe we could look at Brett. What's Brett doing, Jamie? You tell me what Brett's doing and maybe we'll look at it. Under to $7, says Randy. Said that 3 months ago. What did I say? Mikey. Oh, I don't know what's going on with you, Mikey. I may have said I didn't think it was going to break all-time high, but I probably said I was skeptical of many things after this trauma, after Solana's trauma, and XRP's trauma. That was back like before anything pumped. This trauma of break all-time high fall. XRP did a very similar thing, break all-time high fall, but didn't actually like move. I do think Ethereum's going to break all-time high against dollars. I don't think, and this is what I don't know if I said it recently, anything. I don't think it will break all-time high against Bitcoin. Is BTC value. In fact, we have a target for that. Right here. Speaking of it breaking all-time high, man, it looks like it's going to break all-time high right now. Like literally right now. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Keep smashing the likes and subscribing because this watch party is just getting started. Thanks again for Brent. Thank you. Heavy Duty Charlie. I appreciate you, brother. Do it to it. What do I think about ADA setup? You can take a look at ADA. That's a good one. Good one to look at. 420 likes when? Hopefully right now. If you haven't hit the like, guys, it's free. Costs you nothing. Do it. Don't be stingy. When F all-time high boss right now. Right now. Litecoin will look at it. Pepe will look at it. Explain the difference, Mikey. Okay. All right. You're being genuine. Yeah. Absolutely. So, obviously, Ethereum, all-time high that you're thinking of. I really think when you heard me say I don't think it'll break all-time high, I really think you heard me refer to its value against Bitcoin. Anyway, everyone knows this. When people say ETH's price, this is what they're referring to. ETHUSD. So 1 Ethereum, its value in dollars. The all-time high for that, basically where we're at right now, 4,800 something. When I say against Bitcoin, it's a very different chart. And it's one that everyone who starts trading in crypto has trouble with. Everybody struggles with this concept. Because this isn't a concept that we're used to at all as humans. Like, society doesn't have this concept in it, built into it. Think of it this way. If we look at Bitcoin, dollars, right? Or Ethereum dollars. Think of it, Ethereum, Bitcoin, kind of like Ethereum against the Canadian dollar or against the euro. It's measuring Ethereum's value not in dollars, but against a different asset. They're actually the exact same thing. We just don't really think they are because Forex fluctuates so little comparatively that they seem stable, but Forex isn't stable either. It's always going up or down, and that's always impacting the asset value. So if the dollar loses value, Ethereum against the dollar will move up, even if Ethereum isn't gaining value. It's kind of a weird concept. When I say though against Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is so volatile, you're comparing something volatile to something also volatile. It becomes a really hard concept to internalize and to really just get a grasp on. So the difference is this. Ethereum was at its highest point June of 2017 against Bitcoin. Meaning if you were to have bought Ethereum in June of 2017, there would have been no amount of time that buy would have outpaced Bitcoin. Holy. I guess Ethereum likes me talking about it. It likes me talking about this pair because it is moving right now towards that all-time high in dollars. Let's go. 4,744 and pumping. Warning, Ethereum holders. Warning. We're pumping, baby. What this does, so the difference or what this does is this gives you a better picture of which asset is performing. Anytime you buy Ethereum, and you can buy it in dollars, it doesn't matter what you're buying it in. When you purchase Ethereum, anytime that you see this chart go up, this means that buy has outpaced the equivalent buy against Bitcoin. So if you had bought Bitcoin September 2019, right? You would have been better off, or you got outpaced by Ethereum into October of 22. If you had bought Ethereum in October 22, you actually would have been better off, or Bitcoin would have outpaced Ethereum all the way to April of this year. If you had bought Ethereum or Bitcoin at April of 25 of this year, you would have been better off in Ethereum. So this is showing you how is it performing, not just against the dollar, because in a bull run, pretty much everything goes up against the dollar. It's not really a thing, right? But if you have a coin and it goes up 1%, or 2% in the whole bull run, you're still up, but you're kind of still losing because the rest of the market has gained much more. You're being outpaced by everything. So when I say Ethereum won't break its all-time high against Bitcoin, and this is just my opinion based on what I see and seen in the space. I've been wrong before, but I don't think it has a good bet on this. I don't think it has a good chance of this. When I say I don't think it'll break all-time high against Bitcoin, I mean, I don't think that it will ever go back to this value. Meaning Ethereum being 0.1 Ethereum being equal to 0.158 of a Bitcoin. If you were to buy an Ethereum right now using Bitcoin, it would cost you 0.038 BTC to buy. So if you were to buy one right now and Ethereum goes up here to 0.05, you have profited. You buy it right now and then you sell it at 0.05. You would have profited 0.012 Bitcoin. It's a weird concept, man. It's weird. It's just not intuitive because Nothing in our world operates this way, really. But it's comparing the value of two volatile things, and it gives you a much better idea of how you're performing. If your whole portfolio is up in dollars by the end of the bull run, right? You have more dollar value than you've ever had if you sold it all theoretically at that moment. But your total Bitcoin value is lower at the end of the bull run. You can measure it that way. There's lots of softwares that do. You have effectively lost. Even though you're up in dollars, you've effectively lost because you could have just bought Bitcoin, done nothing, and you would be up more in dollars than you are. You've been outpaced by Bitcoin. And because Bitcoin is the lowest risk asset in the space, you're taking on extra risk. You're not getting extra reward. That's losing. It's losing. I mean, it's a great way to lose, right? If I'm going to lose, I'd like to still profit. But long-winded explanation. JDM over on the short vertical stream said it's like comparing things against gold. Great way to put it. You can look at the stock market against gold. Another great kind of comparison. You can look at Bitcoin versus gold and Ethereum versus gold. But it's the exact same concept. It's just how much of one asset do you need to buy the other asset? And as that fluctuates, there's opportunity for profit. The profit is just not going to be in dollars necessarily. It will be in whatever asset. So if you traded Ethereum versus gold, you'd be profiting in gold and Ethereum instead of dollars. And the total value of all of it could go down in dollars, but you could still have profited, meaning you end up with more Ethereum or more gold through successfully trading it. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. 𝐂𝐨𝐿GO can actually donate. That's right. All right, 𝐓𝐫𝐞𝐞. If you're not first, you're last. Forget Bobby. What's up, John Doe? My thoughts on ADA. Yes, we'll do ADA. Yes. Rock your body. Golden Cross, baby. ADA coming on in. All right. Against Bitcoin. Reached back to resistance, broke through. Heck yeah. That's today. Let's go. Higher low. ADA against Bitcoin is beginning an uptrend. If it can break 785 sats right here, something like that, beginning an uptrend, just break another high, break a high, push it up. We're seeing lots of coins do it. Now's your time. Now is your time, Cardano. Let's go to... Let's get rid of all these longs and stuff. Dude, that long position has been there forever. There we go. Golden Cross is now. Let's go. Golden Cross. Good timing. Yeah, it's a lagging indicator or whatever. The Death Cross marked the exact bottom. Golden Cross happening right now, the timing of which lines up really well with the rest of the market. I would say Golden Crosses, Death Crosses are mids as an indicator in general, but they tend to work better when the market is trending in the direction of the cross. Market's very hot right now. ADA getting the Golden Cross, likely a bullish signal. You can compound that with this. You had a low, you had a lower high, you had an equal low or maybe a slightly higher low, okay? Reversal. You broke your high on ADA. You broke 80 something cents. Traded at 94 last month. You held your low, so you have a low, a higher high, a higher low. Same thing. A lot of these coins are just waiting for that break. Waiting for that higher high. That will begin the uptrend. I think ADA has incredibly good odds to move to $1. Yeah, maybe it blasts through there. Maybe it slows down, turns around, whatever, in the zone. This is looking very good. You know, this will bring us back to one of the topics at the beginning that I've kind of forgotten about a little bit. People are asking, should they buy Ethereum right now? Should they ape in? And you know, you got to do what you think is best and what works best for you. But we were talking about this. We're saying there are other big projects that are stable in the sense of they're not a rug or an immediate rug. They've been around. They've proven the test of time. Cardano fits that bill. That have strong charts that aren't at their all-time high. Looking at Cardano, this is a great example. December of 21, it hit 318. It's currently at 87 cents. just back to the all-time high is 260%. So what I'm saying is there are opportunities here to make profits just even without even breaking all-time high, just like to where Ethereum is right now. ADA is one of them. 260% back to the all-time high. And I mean, you're banking on it breaking that. You know, there's more upside there. But that's like just back to its highs. There's so much more opportunity there to squeeze out. There's so much like more potential ceiling up, I think, than Ethereum. Even though Ethereum is what's moving right now. Ethereum is what everyone's paying attention to. And I don't think it's I just never think it's the play to like market order at all-time high. This is one of them. You look at this bigger chart, bottomed out May of 2023, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Macro chart isn't an uptrend. I think that's pointing back to the all-time high. Immediate stops. Looking for $1. I think if you break $1 on ADA, it's just good. Like if you break it, cemented us like support. It's not a fake out. I think you just go right back to the all-time high. I think it'll be quick. Show me what you got. Break $1. I think it's like $1.20, $1.30 for this high. Money flow on the week, rolling over, looking beautiful. Momentum looking beautiful. Got a little bullish divergence on the weekly there that started this uptrend. I mean, lock it in. This is looking good. This chart's looking very bullish. Looking very, very bullish. 88 to the moon, says Brewman. Moon it up, bro. Daily uptrend. Dude, this is gorgeous. A lot of stuff is gorgeous now. 88 JDM says 88 could be a buy for someone just looking to get in their DCA. Something reputable that didn't pump yet. Thank you, bro. So I'm not specifically endorsing anything today. But yes, you nailed it. All the new people joining today are going to ask, should I buy Ethereum right now? Should I go long on Ethereum right now? And the answer is that could work out for you. It could. But it's just not a smart play. And it has nothing to do with Ethereum as a coin or its future. It's not a smart play because it's at all-time high. It's pumped so much. If you were to buy right now, and even in the awesome scenario, right? If it going to 10,000, right? Even if it goes to 10,000, that's a 2x. And a 2x is an awesome gain. I'm not downplaying that. I just know that if you are new and you are buying the all-time high on Ethereum right now, you ain't gonna look. You're not looking to lock in profits at 10,000. You're looking for like an 100x. You're looking for a number that isn't going to happen. And you're just going to full trip it. You're just going to watch it go all the way back down, and then you're going to spend years holding it, or you're going to sell at a loss. When I say ADA is one, it's not anything to do with it as a coin. It's not ADA specifically. You know, there are many coins that will fit this. But look for coins that have stood the test of time, that are established, that have communities, hopefully that have some kind of use case, but have beautiful, strong charts just ready to rip. Like ADA is one. There are more, like Dogecoin. We'll look at that next. Look for these because they have more gains. They have more percent gain to the upside. Just back to their all-time high. 280%. Just back to the all-time high. Then Ethereum does all the way to 10K, right? There's just more potential here. We'll look at more. We'll find more gems. Big, beautiful charts. We got the biggest, we got the most beautiful. The most beautiful, the biggest charts. The best charts. Everybody says it. You ask a guy says it's the best charts. XRP. XRP, unfortunately, Sir Angel, Crypto Angel, unfortunately, kind of falls into that same category as Ethereum, right? See what I'm saying? XRP is basically at all-time high. If so, for example, if we were talking about this, if XRP was still at 50 cents, it would definitely be in the camp of what I'm talking about. But XRP is already at all-time high. A move back to all-time high for XRP It's only 8%, 9%. If you were to say, okay, well, 280% for ADA, where's that? XRP would have to go to $12. $12 to match ADA just back to its all-time high. Is XRP going to $12? I don't know. Could. But I think that is not as good of a bet as just a lot of these coins back to their all-time high. Let's talk about this one. Doge is a beautiful one. Doge has that one of the most gorgeous freaking setups, man. We have been playing this. We have been hitting these longs over and over and over again over the last 3 years. We're going to nail Doge again. We got it. We've been waiting for this setup, has been building and getting stronger and stronger and stronger every year for 3 years. Same thing. Check this out. Look at this uptrend. The uptrend like started all the way back in April of 24, right when Bitcoin broke its all-time high. Higher low, higher high, higher low. Back to its all-time high. 75 cents, 200%. Exactly. There's just a lot of opportunity. And also to full circle this concept here, a lot of people are just joining. They're like, wow, you're talking shit on Ethereum and XRP. They're ripping, right? I'm not. At the beginning, I was talking about how people who are new, which is the people we need to help, because if you're not new, you already have your bags. All you need to do is make a plan now. But if you're new and you're trying to get in, how might it make sense to do that? And the answer, I said, is going to be obviously starting with your stable, biggest stuff. Bitcoin being a big bulk of the portfolio. Ethereum can be in there. XRP can be in there. These are big, established. You're not looking for quite as much upside on those, but they're just kind of the rock in your portfolio. But if you're just jumping in, I know you're looking for those bigger gains. You're looking for the crypto experience. You're going to want to find projects like this, like Doge, like ADA. I'm sure there's many more. We'll keep going. Ones that have really big upsides just back to their all-time high. Because if we are really entering the alt season, crypto bull run madness that we have seen every 4 years, exactly 4 years ago, 4 years before that, pretty much everything pumps. There will be some losers, but pretty much everything pumps. If you can get these projects into that portfolio, you're going to get a little bit more of that crypto experience. You're going to get a little bit more of what you're looking for there. And that's why we're looking for these. Doge looks crazy. This is just crazy. It's just moving slow. But what we see in these bull runs is something will pump. Let's say Ethereum right now. That pump will get everyone's attention. It'll be really flashy and exciting. And then it will chill out. Hell, most of the time it sells off for a little bit. As that's happening, everyone new has bought the top in a frenzy, and they watch these other coins start running. Those other coins are going to look like this most of the time. They're going to look like these beautiful uptrends over long periods of time that no one is talking about right now. No one's talking about Doge right now. Sorry, Chris Pax. Nobody's talking about it right now. But if it breaks 50 cents, you best believe they will be. If it hits 75 cents, you best believe they will be. You want to get into these before. You want to position before. Because as the whatever is hot right now, like Ethereum sells off, these will take off. You'll sell your Ethereum at a loss to jump in to whatever this is, typically at its top, and you're just going to keep getting rinsed and chopped. And you're going to maybe profit in dollars, but by the end of the bull run, you're going to be really beat up. You're going to have lost a lot, and you probably would have just been better off buying Bitcoin and doing nothing at that point. Gotta be careful. Another one of those. Actually, this might fall into the XRP ETH one. Actually, Tron. I feel like I'm the only one who has been talking about Tron for like years. Tron's crazy, dude. Tron's going back to all-time high. It's only 25% from here. So I guess you can say that's probably, yeah, that's in the category of like the lesser upsides. I think because, no, that's just bias. This is just such a strong chart. This might be the strongest chart in crypto. Like, what is this? What even is this, dude? There he is. Chris Pax heard Doge. It's like when I hear Litecoin across the internet. You found your Tron wallet? Let's go, bro. Dogecoin is life. What's up, BB? Compared to Stellar, XLM is better than XRP. Stellar definitely had more upside towards its all-time high than XRP. We can probably check that in a little bit. Crazy manipulation, sure. I hate to say it, man. All your favorite coins are manipulated AF. Their charts are all manipulated. Manipulation is just participants in a market participating. I think $1 is a great target for Tron. By the end of this run, I think $1 is a great target. BNB, another one I feel like I'm the only one that's been talking about for years. Back to its all-time high. Of course, this is in the same boat as Ethereum. I guess a reason beyond bias that Tron and BNB right now I think are still a little bit better than Ethereum, even though they're closer to their all-time high than many we've looked at, is simply because there's no hype. There's no one's paying attention to them. No one is like noticing it yet. When people start noticing it and new people start saying, should I buy it, is almost always when it turns around. Pay attention. See if people start talking about BNB coin soon. If they do, probably about to reverse. Probably gonna see like one little leg and then a reversal. I'd say about to $1,000. We'll see what happens after that. Probably reverse there. I can see this very reasonably for BNB. It shoots up to over 1,000. All of a sudden, noobs are saying, should I buy BNB? Because that happened before. We've heard this with every coin. We've been doing this for so long. Shoots up to 1,000. Oh, wow, 1,000 of BNB is going to the moon. Should I buy it? Goes up a little bit, comes back down. This is when they sell. They move to another coin that's doing the same thing. Dude, it's the only way to lose the bull market. Or I guess like buying microcaps that rug, right? But this is the way that most people lose it. You need to position before all the hype and before everyone's jumping in the live streams asking if they should buy it. It's the only way to do it. Your 90-cent portfolio trades are killing it. Nice, 𝐂𝐨𝐮𝐫𝐞𝐞. Congrats, brother. Good to hear that. Litecoin? Someone say Litecoin? So here's an interesting thing. You guys remember me showing you this a long time ago? Let's look at this. XRP. Many coins from 2017 cycle look just like this. I think Litecoin is the most similar, but many of the 2017 coins look like this. XRP broke out of this multi-years, 2017 all the way to 2024. 7 years. Broke out and went almost 600% up. Let's look at Litecoin. Litecoin, the exact same timing. You know, it depends how you draw this. You know, it depends how you draw this. You can draw it in many different ways, but long story short, looking very similar. If you do that same kind of breakout, what do you got? 500%, just back to the all-time high from right here. 200. Weird. I don't like that. I'm uncomfortable. Litecoin back to its all-time high is 286%, which is the exact percent Cardano is away from its all-time high. That's weird. I don't know what to make of that except for I'm uncomfortable. But I showed you guys this a while ago and I said, man, I really hope, and I think that this is an argument, that we could see Litecoin make a similar move. Dude, these are identical. They're just identical. It's not unique to Litecoin, but like, look at this shit. If you close your eyes and you took away the canvas, they'd be the same chart. You wouldn't know which is which. Litecoin against BTC looked very good. We were looking at this last week. It filled too. Shit. Inverse head and shoulders. Back test of the neckline. Send it. Gaining value against Bitcoin. I think that's going to be... Wait, what? I think that's going to be like the signal for alts running this season. So when they start breaking out against BTC. I'm biased. You should know this. I'm biased. I got a lot of Litecoin. Been waiting for a long time to pump. It's finally looking good. finally looking good. Whew. See about the dollar pair. Dang, we got skunked. We got skunked. Didn't come back. 135. Okay, look at this. Higher high, higher low. Retesting that higher high. 150. If Litecoin breaks 150, I think it's going to 200. Like, snap fast. This shit is bananas. Thank you. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Bananas. Man. Total crypto market cap ripping to all-time highs. Heading to 5 trillion. What's up, Ricardo? We had a bunch of subscribers. I just, like, was in the zone. What's up, Ricardo Ferraz? Subscribing. Dang. Radar Roofing LLC. I'm sorry, bro. You asked about Caspa. We'll look at Caspa. Thanks for the 20 super chat. JT collection. Let's get some of that sweet render love. All right, I'll pull up render too. My bad, boys. I hope you're still here, Radar Roofing. Hope you're still here. Who else subscribed? Simfex. Total 2 subscribed. Galio. Red 973. Tome Philo. Zin Muna. If you're out there and you haven't subscribed yet, join us. There has to be some new people here today. Has to be. Has to be. Let me know. What's up, Janix? What's up, Tom G? Bob. Check out Aereo. Well, we're doing some requests here for super chats. We've done a bunch of charts already. We'll see. Caspa skunked us at 5 cents. You know, this still isn't the best chart. Still isn't the best chart. I kind of don't think 5 cents is coming. But we don't have a higher high here. Still kind of flagging. I kind of wonder what's going on with this. $0.11 is a 10. I don't have much on the dollar pair. Well, we do see money flow hitting new highs here. Momentum is up with VWAP. I mean, your oscillators look strong. That's good. Nothing really going on with RSI. I mean, bull div on the lows, bear div on the high. Not a lot. Let's look to the Bitcoin pair because I still don't have a good read on that dollar pair. Just like don't see anything. It's still consolidating. It's still kind of flagging. It's not really what you want to see. You don't really want to see it flag after falling. The rest of the market is up, so I would say the probability of that bear flag playing out is lower than it has been and should be. Cass lost. Losing against Bitcoin. What a fall.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please
Didn't hit support yet. Oh, wait.
𝐂𝐨𝐮𝐫𝐬𝐞.
Let's do it this way. Same thing, kind of flagging. Lower low. You don't have the uptrend yet. Right, flow rolling over on the day. That's nice. That's nice. No uptrend on the Bitcoin pair yet. Watch for 0, 0. I think it's actually 601 to be retested and break. Maybe get an uptrend on the Bitcoin pair. I can translate out to the dollar pair, but like. I think in the short term, Cass has a very good shot at coming back to 11.4 cents, coming back here. I do like that you are testing this resistance and weakening it. Your lows have come up. You got to hold on to that. You can escape this resistance you're probably back at 17 pretty quick. I just don't love this like flagging underneath what is definitely like a fall, like a sell-off. Just hasn't seen the strength yet. You didn't fully test 0.5, but maybe you didn't need to. That was a nice back test of resistance as support. Yeah. If it breaks 12 cents, I think everything kind of changes there. But for the moment, you're just coiling. I mean, maybe this is a good example. What do you got back to the all-time high? 100% back to the all-time high. Not bad. What is an ETH? What is ETH all-time high exactly? 4,860 something. At least on Coinbase. 4,867. On Coinbase. When we have 3,000 viewers, yeah, that will be a good metric. When the retail hype is back, man. We have 1,000 viewers right now. That's hella good. That's bigger. That's bigger than our streams have been. Wild Beats, yeah, brother. Subscribe, thank you. Crypto-san. Can someone spot you some Bitcoin, Robert? No. No one will ever give you free Bitcoin. I'm sorry. Anybody who's pretending to is probably scamming you. Probably. Bump the jam. Come on, Ethereum. Let's go. The music sucks. Sorry, Derek. And it's just like, no matter what we do, there's always gonna be people who don't like it. Not my favorite mix, but not the worst mix. Sub to sub. Hella good. Am I from North Cali? Yeah, brah. Cali, brah. Luna. Dude, I'll look at Luna to laugh. Is there other ways to donate? I don't know. I don't know. Why? The super chat's not there. Super chat's honestly the worst way to donate anyway. We've done a lot of requests. Probably not a good time to. Not a good time. Wait till the next stream. Or what do you want to look at, Eternal G? You're here all the time. Yo, Luna, you look like crap. I can't believe people were buying this. I can't believe that people bought this down. Making you dance? Alright, see, some people like it. Growing the beard to the all-time high? I know, I just like haven't cut it. I don't know. Luna, you look like shit. You're a shit coin, you look like shit. So when I said like look for stuff that has lots of room back to its all-time high. That is not the only determining factor. There are other factors. Those factors are also like, is it established? Is it stable? I guess tokenomics is another. God damn it, Render. Is another question. Because there are things that just will never pump. It's just like will never pump, and Luna is probably one of them. Momentum. All right, you hit support. This is Render for JT. Sorry, it took a bit. Hit support. On the hit of support, you saw momentum turn around. You are very much in the same kind of thing as Caspa. It's funny that the two super chats were for two charts look the same. Lower highs, higher lows. I think you can maybe say the same thing of like testing resistance over and over again with higher lows. Might just be looking for what I want. Market is bullish. Might as well look for upside on charts. It's a much worse bet to look for downside now. Let's clean it up. It's a clean back test there for Render at 250. Crazy this hit all-time high in March of last year. And then just friggin' like 80% down. And back to its all-time high, quite a bit of upside. I'm losing my voice, guys. No more. Don't super chat for charts. I'm losing my voice. I don't want to keep banging them out. 237% back to all-time high. Nope. 200%. It's kind of just like Caspa. I don't have a great read. You don't have a definitive uptrend yet. You could be right at the gate of starting it, but you're not there yet. Break 475. That's not a lot. It's at 415. Break there. And I think you see the moves come quicker. This is just kind of ugly for now. It's so funny, dude. Caspa and Render. Do they look so similar? Oops. Which one's which? I don't even know. They're the same. Come on, Ethereum. Come on, bud. Come on, bud.